Do you remember when you used to call me your little Slinky?
I never called you.
Oh, sorry, I must have you confused with someone else. Some of the early TV commercials for the Slinky including pretty basic tricks, right?
It's Slinky, for fun it's a wonderful toy. What walks downstairs alone or in pairs and makes a slinkity sound.
Gosh, we've loved these things since the 1940s and the invention has come such a long way since then. Meet Josh Jacobs, aka Slinky Josh, and he is what you'd call a slinky manipulator.
Wow, taking the popular toy and turning it into performance art, Josh's unique act has gone from street corners to festivals and even America's Got Talent.
Go on, do it, Kylie. Do it.
Wow. So I'll have to give it a go. We say hello to Slinky manipulator Josh Jacobs live from Denver, Colorado. Hi.
Hey, Josh.
Hello. How you doing?
How did this turn into like an art form for you?
Well, it all started when I was innocently scrolling through social media one day and I saw a video of a young Chinese guy doing this. Mm-hmm. And no matter how hard I Googled, I couldn't find a single other video of anybody else doing it. So I decided that I really wanted to learn this and I wanted to be the second person in the world to become really good at this.
So are you saying you didn't have a Slinky as a kid? This is only a sort of a relatively recent thing?
I had a Slinky as a kid just like everybody else, but just like everybody else, I didn't do much with it other than put it down the stairs a couple times. It got tangled, threw it away.
Okay, so take us through some of the dynamics of this, the size and weight of this Slinky. How does that impact what you can do? Because it looks like yours is plastic, not metal.
Mine is indeed plastic, and that is very important because the metal ones, well, basically metal is just not flexible enough to do a lot of the tricks. These tricks where I create huge shapes. Those sort of tricks require me to put a huge amount of attention into the Slinky, and if you do that with a metal one, it'll basically instantly become permanently bent near where you grip it. Yeah. So the plastic is necessary for doing these sorts of tricks.
We've got metal ones, which is why our demonstration is going to pretty much look like crap.
See, if I had a plastic one, I'd be able to do that.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. And what's been the hardest? What's the hardest trick to master?
That's a great question and a tough question to answer. I would say there is no one hardest trick to master. There are many tricks that I can make harder to the point where, like, for example, when I do this, just doing one of those, to me now it's quite easy. If I do two, well, it's harder. If I do three, it's harder still, and I can keep making it harder and harder by trying to do more. But to give you a simple answer, bouncing it off of my own head was definitely one of the hardest tricks to learn.
Wow!
Because you can't see what you're doing when you're doing it.
I feel like I'm at Woodstock.
It's amazing. It looks like the diameter of your Slinky too is quite wide.
Yeah. So this is one of mine that I sell through my online business, hyperspringtoys.com. Just opened a fulfillment center in Australia, by the way, for fast shipping. And this one is about 4 inches in diameter. I like to use this size just because the bigger size looks bigger to an audience.
Yeah, sure.
Basically, it creates a bigger visual effect.
Is this your full-time thing? I guess with the business it is.
It is now, yeah, since about October.
Okay, how did you explain to your family that you're going to be the full-time Slinky guy? I'm going to leave the world, I'm going to be Slinky.
Well, it was a sort of gradual slinking in of the full-timeness. It's not like I had an amazing salary that I just quit one day to start this. It started out as a thing that I would do on the side when I was just driving for Uber. And then, sales have just been ramping up over the years as my social media presence has gotten bigger.
Yeah. Wow, that is so good. You said that when you started out, there was only one other guy on YouTube doing it. Are there lots of Slinky manipulators out there now?
Yes, there are. Now, there are not very many that are on my level or above my level.
Yeah.
Now, there are in China. In China, there's, I would say, at least a dozen people that are as good at it as me, if not better. And I learned most of the tricks that I do from watching videos of those folks.
Great. Well, it looks amazing. I remember as a kid when your Slinky would get knotted, you know, like one of the rings would hook around the other one. Does that ever happen to you or not?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
so that happens all the time. It's a perfectly normal thing that happens. So you get a little tangle like this.
Yep.
Now, if you know the right way to untangle it, this is very simple, especially when you have a plastic one with thick coils, like a hyperspring, which makes it more durable.
Yeah.
But if I do this right when the tangle happens, I can untangle it in just a few seconds. I grab one end.
Yeah.
I keep my arm still, and I want to rotate my wrist in little circles counterclockwise, and I want to get the bottom end spinning in circles also.
Oh!
Sometimes it'll untangle it right away, or sometimes it'll get stuck in this new configuration. If that happens, I'm going to go the other way, clockwise. And there it's untangled.
Wow.
Where do you learn things on this show?
Wow. We're so fascinated by the not untying. It's terrific. Well, sorry that we've just got these little cheap ones. This is like my man boobs when I take my jacket off after work. Good to see you. Thank you.
Hey, thank you very much.
I have no idea what you mean. Thank you, Josh. That's great.
Thank you. Yes, a member of